AFC Bournemouth is third in Premier League in terms of XG with 1.75 XG per match, but they are ranked 7th in Premier League table. Here, Bournemouth players compress the play in one part of the pitch by overcommitting the players, but Man United still break the press and Sergi is away on 1v1 with Bournemouth defender. Is this the reason of Bournemouth's top 4 struggles? Let's find out. Bournemouth is using 4-2-3-1 formation. They are not a possession favorite team. They are ranked 14th in the league in terms of possession with 47% possession rate. Bournemouth do not prefer build-up phase when they have the ball. If opponent press them, then they simply attempt long balls to forwards. They control the play from mid-block. When they have the ball in mid-block, defensive mid Adams drop to the centre backs to make it a back 3. Other holding mid act as a pivot and fullbacks moves ahead to provide the width. For example, in this clip, Adams is with the centre backs in a back 3 while Christie is moving around to receive the ball and fullbacks are wide on the flank. Now if opponent player marks fullbacks, then a forward player can receive a long pass behind the defense line. In this clip, when fullback drops a bit, opponent defender is also following him, leaving space behind, and Kluivert receives the ball with a long pass from the defender. Due to presence of Semenyo, Bournemouth attacks more from the left side. When Semenyo and Kluivert combines in this area of the pitch, then they make ground hard for the opponents. So most of the time, to spot this move, Adams shift to left side of the centre backs. Due to this, left back moves ahead on the flank for attacking duties. Now, Bournemouth have one player on the flank, so Semenyo can move inside to play in the free role. Look at this clip. Adams is at left with centre backs, while fullback is wide on the flank. Due to this, Semenyo is in centre and playing in a number 10 role. Here Semenyo and Kluivert combines to create goal scoring chances. In this clip, Adams is moving to left side and left back is high up the pitch. Now see, 5 Chelsea players are pressing with a disrupted line, so Semenyo can use this space to receive the ball. Kluivert's role is also crucial to make spaces and to overload the opponent. Firstly, Kluivert moves outside to help wingers, and secondly, he drops down to receive the ball by pulling out opponent defender from his position. Now another player can receive the ball in space left by opponent. In this clip, centre back carries the ball forward. Kluivert's drop down to receive the ball, withdrawing opponent defender from his position. Now, Evan Nilsson receives the ball one-on-one with the opponent defender, which lead to a great chance. In final third, Bournemouth's chances creation heavily depends upon crosses. Bournemouth attempted second most crosses after Fulham, with average of 21 crosses per match. After entering the final third, instead of moving the ball backwards, Bournemouth tries to take a shot on the goal. That's why, on average, they take 15 shots per match. So after a good attacking approach, which results in more chance creation, ranking them third in terms of XG, why Bournemouth is not even in the top 4. Their off-the-ball struggles are the reasons for this situation. There are 3 zones of the pitch: attacking third, mid-block and defensive third. Bournemouth struggles in 2 areas of the pitch: attacking third and defensive third. In mid-block, Bournemouth stays with a high defensive line and press opponents man-to-man. That's why they are first in tackles in middle third. But if we look on the stats of their actions in attacking and defensive third, they ranked 5th and 10th in tackles attempted respectively. Bournemouth does not press opponents in opponent half. Depending on the opponents, if they do press, then they do it up to a certain limit so that the defense line don't get exposed. When opponent have the ball, then Bournemouth sit in mid-block. But here is also a mistake they are doing. They are not pressing opponents by using pressing triggers like a back pass or mistake from opponent so that they can win the ball easily. Second, they are overcommitting in pressing, which lead to spaces left in midfield and opponents exploit the space to punish them. For example, in this clip, Chelsea goalkeeper have the ball and Bournemouth players are pressing him. Goalkeeper passes the ball to Lavia. Now, 2 Bournemouth players pressed him, which left Caicedo free to receive the ball, and Bournemouth pressing breaks. If they pressed man-to-man without overcommitting, then they should have won the ball here, because Lavia was facing his own goal, which is very difficult situation in this area. Again, in this clip, 2 players committed on Enzo, leaving a big space behind. Jackson receives the ball in this space to start the attack. Bournemouth is not using season press, and that is also costing them. When they lose the ball in attack, opponents break through easily and start the counter attack. For example, in this clip, Kluivert loses the ball in attack. Now, centre backs are far behind to Chelsea forwards, so Jackson receives the ball easily and start the counter attack. If the Bournemouth defenders were positioned around the Jackson, limiting his space, then they can win the ball back and can continue the attack. Apart from this, centre backs also fails to win the duels from opponent centre forward, which is also a drawback for the team. In this clip, Jackson wins the aerial duel from Zaberni. This is the result of bad positioning. One defender should be covering him when he is going for aerial duel. The one thing which is in the favor, that after leading, they don't sit back in their half to defend. They still press opponents while sitting in mid block, trying to keep opponents away from the goal area, which is what Juventus is failing to do so. Overall, Bournemouth is doing fantastic job this season. And what do you think of it? Comment below. Leave a like, subscribe, and thanks for the watching.